Welcome, Cancer, to your weekly love reading for June 11th to the 17th of 2018. So, as I was shuffling, I was pre-shuffling, and the Four of Wands tried to pop out. I placed it back in, but that's an indication that many of you may be searching for a home. It could be a celebration, a wedding, spending a lot of time with the children, your romantic partner, because this is your love reading for some, or commitment is coming through. So that may be important for a lot of you out there, right? Now, let's see. 10 card Celtic cross spread for this week. Let's see for Cancer and love. 10 card Celtic cross spread for Cancer and love. June 11th to 17th. Okay. Alright. So the theme we do have, the Six of Wands is in reverse. So the Four of Wands could indicate that you might be home alone, but enjoying yourself in some way. But a lot of you may not be feeling all that confident right now. This is you where your partner is not really acknowledging you in some way. You might not be feeling all that great about your situation. So I feel like you might not feel that you're winning. That does not mean that's the case, but you might not feel that way. So it's like you want your partner around. They may not be where you want them. All right. And I feel if you feel like they're not acknowledging you, you may be stepping away from them. Gemini just had this, so you could be dealing with a Gemini, but I feel like this is you walking away from someone that's not giving enough time, devoting enough energy to you, or making a relationship work in some way. Others of you, you may have a bunch of romantic offers or potential love interests, and you just want to see what's going to work out for you, for some of you out there. So if that's not happening, you may just put it all down emotionally for some. And I feel like there is a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety, maybe a lot of fear going around because you feel that there's confusion with your potential love interests. So that's why you could be potentially like, well, I'm done with that particular person. So maybe you feel like you want to explore your options. You might really be done with them. It's officially over. That could be something that you might be feeling. So I feel like there is a fog going on this week for some. Could be dealing with a Pisces or Scorpio, Cancer for some. Did Gemini had this too? I think maybe obstacles to plans, to goals. Another person, or energetically just not really being able to get what you want because someone else might be in the way, or you're dealing with some older energies, or something happened in the recent past, maybe last week, that caused an obstacle to some kind of plan that you had. All right. And we have the Seven of Cups. See, it does seem interesting. Gemini had this, and in the same way, I think. So this is your energy going through a lot of internal reflection. You're trying to clear some things out. The things that you really fear, they might be coming up. The things that you really want, you may be trying to choose certain things to change something about why something continues to happen over and over again. So I feel like you are really facing your fears this week for a lot of you out there. Keep that in mind when I say that. All right. And the Seven of Wands is in reversal. Again, is the energy of you giving up. This is the personal energy coming towards you. So if this is not a person, if this is a person, you may be overwhelming them with maybe trying to get them to come around to you or spend time with you, or they could be dealing with you and another person, so they could be overwhelmed with that particular situation. You see, if it's not you, you could be overwhelmed by somebody else, and you just want your free time. You just want to do what you want to do, and you don't want someone like smothering you in some way. So I feel like a lot of you might be just giving up to some degree. All right, especially if you feel confused. Now, your response is Judgment in reverse. So this is still the energy of you kind of reflecting on what you want, maybe dealing with the past, maybe a future potential love interest for some of you out there, but still changes that you might need to make on a personal level for you emotionally. Healing, maybe taking time to do that before you are to, mess with somebody else, to get to know someone else in a romantic way. Certain changes, maybe some time is needed before you are to allow someone in your inner world, I feel, for a lot of you. So there could be issues, maybe even legal matters, court matters could be there for some, but someone may have done you wrong in the past, and you feel like you don't want to give them another shot at all. All right. And how others are seeing you, they may see that you are going through a lot of inner conflicts, so they may feel that you control your partner in some way, that you want a situation to turn out the way that you want it to turn out, and so you might try to do everything that you can to get it off the ground, but it's not working. So they see that you might be really frustrated. For some of you, you're dealing with an Aries, and they see that you're dealing with a person who's giving off that that energy, very just not really listening to what you actually want. They're doing their own thing, and they're not really trying to compromise. So you two may be butting heads, and it doesn't indicate that that's literally who you might be with. It could be any other sign, but issues with maybe a father, family members who might be around, motherly figure, anybody like that that could be around. All right, now your partner, what they might be up to, they may be still dealing with a third-party situation. Some of you might be removing yourself from a love life circumstance that's not working. It's not working anymore. You two, the love might not be there any longer. Some of you might be separating from your partner. You might feel that it's over, but that may not be the case, and that's why I mentioned facing illusions and facing your fears for some. Now, the outcome, maybe a divorce. Some of you might be going through a divorce or a separation. Maybe like if you two had disputes, this is someone's telling you, or you telling someone else, you got to move out. You got to go to someone else's house this week, so we don't get into arguments or disputes. Others of you are having issues with paying for the rent or different things like that going on around the home. Now, I mentioned that the Four of Wands was trying to pop out. Now, this doesn't look like a celebration, no, at all, but I feel like that's what a lot of you might be doing to get through whatever heavy energy this might be for many of you out there. All right, so I feel like there are some issues around the home, or where you two have to work on financial things first. Someone that you might be dealing with is going through a divorce as well, and as they go through these issues or break up, a separation, it doesn't have to be a marriage, you could be feeling like they are not going to come back around, but they might be dealing with certain things, and that's why I feel like they could be keeping that truth from you. So then you make all kinds of assumptions to feel like things are not going to work out. You know, it's different people going through different things for you, Cancer, but I feel like a lot of you are going through it's a challenge this week to stick to what you know, and make sure that you don't give into temptation to go back to somebody that you've already moved on from, and you know that they are an ex-partner. I feel like that's important. All right, so energies for Cancer in love for June 11th to the 17th, 2018. And we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond does deepen. Part of you getting to know someone is about their response, about how you respond when they're not speaking to you, or if you say certain things and you address certain issues. If you feel like they're going to just leave because you brought up a certain topic, that's part of getting to know that person and how they may treat you after the fact. So that might be important for some. All right, energies for Cancer in love for June 11th to the 17th. All right, engagement. It says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I'm not sure if Aries might have had this as well, and it was kind of the same kind of reading where there were a lot of different changes going on. It's almost like a give up or having to move on or away from something, because the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is they're walking away from something, but still indicates that something is moving forward, even though you might feel that it's not. All right, so keep that in mind. That's what I feel like the planet Neptune, if you know about astrology, that's what it actually does. It has you face your fears, you make a lot of assumptions, and sometimes you have knee-jerk reactions, and then you choose the wrong thing because you might kind of run for cover or go back to something that's not working, and then that keeps you with an obstacle in your way, in your path, because you fell for it again. You see what I mean? So yeah, sometimes you might feel like these tests are unfair, it's not right, but you don't have, we don't really have control over that. It's the universe, and I feel like the universe is knowing what's best for you as a soul, as part of itself and its soul growth. So I hope that the messages did help you out. Lots of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something personally for you, as these are general. Have a good one.